So where does A.J. Brown rank as a wide receiver in the NFL? PFF ranks him number 1 in their rankings. By the way, they also had Jalen Hurts as number 5. But they had him number 1 in the rankings. Here it is. A.J. Brown, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, St. Brown, Nakua, CeeDee Lamb, Nico Collins, who I'm a big fan of, Tyreek Hill, Mike Evans. Man, Mike Evans at 9, still doing it. Terry McLaurin. All right, so it's difficult. See, I think it's difficult to fairly judge A.J. Brown because this isn't a big-time passing offense, and he's been perfectly fine with that. He has been, and I know he had said that the passing offense was a problem. He didn't call out his quarterback. He said the passing offense was the problem with their offense, and he was right. Like, the passing offense wasn't great. But, like, that's not because of him. He is a monster. But I certainly wouldn't have him as the top wide receiver in the NFL. But I also kind of struggle to know where he goes. So I'll just ask it this way, Tyler. Right now, if you're picking a wide receiver for your team going forward, where does he fall on that list?
So to me, he falls behind Justin Jefferson. He falls behind Jamar Chase. Those two guys are 1 and 2, in my opinion. You can put them in either order. I lean Jefferson. I understand if you want to lean Chase. Either way, it's not that big a deal. That's where the conversation starts. Is he 3? I think he's somewhere in the 3 to 5 range because I think to me, it's him. I think it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. You know I'm a huge Amon-Ra St. Brown fan. And then I think the one guy who may be getting a little bit, I don't want to say disrespected, but was dropped a little bit in this list. No, actually, CeeDee Lamb. I think CeeDee Lamb is a top 5. Now he's at 6. It's not like it's a crazy fall. But I think your top 5 in an order is Chase and Jefferson 1 and 2 in whatever order you want to put. And then I would go in any particular order, Amon-Ra St. Brown, A.J. Brown, and CeeDee Lamb. They're my 3.
Yes, Tyreek Hill's production dipped. He's a different wide receiver than a CeeDee Lamb and an A.J. Brown. I think it has more to do with the offense and the lack of quarterback play that they have down there. But yeah, I mean, honestly, Amon-Ra St. Brown he's really good. Puka Nakua, he's not in the conversation with CeeDee Lamb and A.J. Brown. I would agree with that. He's also he's nasty, man. He's got a mean streak to him. I love that about him. Malik Neighbors is your first real young wide receiver ranked here. Brian Thomas Jr., really, man, what a season he had last year. Rookie, Jesus. Man.
Especially with how poor the quarterback play was.
Dude,
you're not playing Mac Jones for half the year. All right. And Trevor Lawrence wasn't good when he played.
Trevor Lawrence wasn't good, and he was playing with Mac Jones. All right, so where does Devontae Smith rank on this list, do you believe?
He's definitively top 20. Probably closer in the mid-teens rank. You know, like 14, 15. Maybe a little bit. Maybe that's a little underselling him. But I think he's in the early to mid portion of the 10 through 20 range.
Devontae Smith, 17. 1 spot ahead of Chris Godwin, 2 spots ahead of Brandon Ayuk, and 1 spot behind Devontae Adams. I think Devontae Adams continues to slide. Jalen Waddle, 21. But once upon a time, didn't a lot of people look at Waddle as the better wide receiver than Devontae? And Devontae's had more success because he's been with the better team. But I still I think Jalen Waddle's a good wide receiver. Took a step back last year for sure. Ladd McConkey ahead of DK Metcalf. If they can get if Aaron Rodgers signs with Pittsburgh, which I've said all along, I think he's going to. I think DK Metcalf has a monster season in Pittsburgh. He's kind of come back downhill, but he is a physical monster. And I think that's because of the quarterback play in Seattle.